Hello everyone, welcome. This is Tracy Holloway and this is the Life Upgrade Broadcast Ascension Step 6. Welcome, thank you for being here and for sharing this wonderful experience together. It's really lovely to see all your messages as you message one another, your light and laughter and positive vibrations across the planet, across this beautiful globe. Isn't it so wonderful to be sharing this energy transmission at this most powerful time? Sharing in the oneness, the unity, the celebration of life. These are such profound and interesting times. It's so important to know that we are one, to share in this union, to be together, to know that we are never alone. And though in the past we may have felt cut off, separate, disconnected, that was part of the illusion of the old paradigm which you are gently letting go of, bit by bit, as you step forward, step by step, throughout this ascension process, into a new world, a new way of being. A place where you can live fully as yourself, being who you really came here to be, to celebrate your uniqueness and to shine out in a way that all can see, inspiring others to find their own inner light, their own radiance, their own beauty, so that they too can allow that light energy transmission to come to the world, to be shared fully. We're all part of this promise, this vision, this creation of a new world. And you, on a personal level, are taking huge steps towards this right now. Those of you that are listening in, particularly those of you that are listening live, have really taken your place at this time. I have so much gratitude to you for this moment of presence, for taking the time, because life is busy. There can be so many distractions, so many other things calling our attention away. And yet you followed your intuition and you created the space and time to come into yourself in this moment and own your truth, to tune into that very heart of you, allowing this unique energy transmission to radiate out across the planet at this time, to the heart of each and every other person, regardless of whether they're awake or asleep, regardless of their background, what they've been through, and where they are right now. Your heart energy can touch their heart in an instant. In fact, your heart energy is always touching theirs. I wonder what kind of vibration, on a moment-by-moment, day-to-day basis, you're transmitting. As you take the time to adjust, to shift, to morph, and to change into the true you of you, you'll find opportunities to allow that true heart energy to flow, so that you can live from that place of acceptance, of truth, of love, sincerity. There's so much to share, and you're sharing all the time. Some of the stuff in the past that you may have shared, you may regret. There's no point regretting anything anymore. The past is past. So you can draw a line under that. Stop looking back and start just being here now. People spend so much time looking back, feeling the regret, the sorrow, the sadness from the past. In fact, all of those memories, just take them away from being in the present moment fully. And so when you decide to draw that line, when you decide to say stop, to no longer play those same stories over and over and over in the background of your mind, and instead to decide to start a new chapter, where you're stepping out with integrity, enthusiasm, joy. You can write your new story now. As we learn to ground these energies, it's an opportunity to rewrite the coded information within you, so that the past no longer holds you back, and you're no longer limited by what has been. As these codes are reprogrammed, and you start to attune to this higher frequency, you'll find that life begins to flow. Your life, flowing in the moment, each present moment, where you trust, where you let go. Now learning to trust and learning to let go is what this ascension time is all about. Now there's no point in saying, oh well, I did let go last week, or I have let go once. It's a constant letting go. It's not just an occasional thing that we need to do just when things get tough. It's a way of being. It's a natural way of being when we allow. When we stop getting stuck in all the stuff and instead just let it all go in the moment. As you step forward at this time, from this place of presence, attuned to this new frequency of energy, you'll find that that flow, that intuitive allowing, that letting go, becomes easier, more natural. It is, in fact, a natural way of being. But somehow things just get cluttered, crowded, distracted, for sure. So if you've been distracted or you felt all crowded, let it all go. Come back to that simple place of presence and ground that energy into your authentic flow. Grounding fully what it is that you inherently know. Everything that you need to know is in that flow, right at the heart of you. All the wisdom you could ever require is there. And so beyond the monkey chatter, beyond the distractions, beyond the nonsense, beyond the stuff, that flow, that point of presence, that place of knowing is all that's required on a moment-by-moment, day-to-day basis to surrender completely into all that is, trusting fully. And of course it takes practice. You're not expected to be able to just take that change and do that overnight. It's a progressive journey, bite-sized pieces, a little bit at a time. Can feel a little bit difficult to digest sometimes. Some of you have been experiencing that. This new energy transmission of this ascension period is accessing a certain frequency that's held just below the heart space as the energy shifts from your own personal power, where you have, in fact, at times felt you need to control everything, that you've been afraid so much, and instead shift that up into the heart, where you can trust and surrender and no longer control through fear, but actually feel safe to just open up and let go. And this can feel quite yucky sometimes in the digestive area as you tussle, as you kind of push and pull against the new energy and the old energy, as they stir around in your digestive system, trying to find a place of peace. And eventually the vibration shifts and it moves all the way up into the heart, and that peace is found. Initially, there may be that tussle, that pushing, that pulling. Sometimes with that amount of conflict, internal conflict going on. It can manifest in your outer reality as various difficulties in your relationships. Relationships with yourself and with others and with the world around you. All of those interactions, all of those relationships are there to highlight the inner reprogramming that's going on. Those places where you feel uncomfortable, where you find yourself in conflict, where you're frightened, angry, resentful, and bitter. All of those old, dense vibrations are being cleared gently, gently, bit by bit. It's a little bit like some of them have got a bit stuck. If you can imagine, the energy is like a powerful vortex which is moving around and around and around like a washing machine or a cement mixer. And everything needs to keep moving constantly, flowing endlessly. And yet the mind gets so attached to some of these old stories, some of the thoughts, identifying with them to such an extent that rather than flowing, the energy gets stuck, creating like a little brick, a block, which rather than spinning around and transmuting, it kind of sticks to the side, until eventually there's this wall all the way round, like a crusted layer, which becomes a self-imposed prison. And people can find themselves right at the centre of this self-limiting, challenging, dense world. Everything they perceive from that perspective is of the old paradigm, the dense information that tells them that they're not safe, that the world is a bad place, that people are no good, and that no good will come. And so this crusted layer, this self-imposed prison, the accumulation of all of these blocks over all of this time, and not just your own, but an accumulation of this collective consciousness that we're breaking free from at this time. And so bit by bit, we're chiseling away the wall that blocks the old world from the new. We're chiseling away the limitations that stop you from shifting fully into that new paradigm and living there in your totality. The vibration is shifting. You're moving. It's a transformative journey, changing you. In years to come, you will look back at this time and you'll see how far you've come. For some of you right now, you might feel as if you're actually banging your head against that brick wall. Sometimes it feels like a struggle. Sometimes it feels like nothing will move. Others of you may feel that you've broken down some of the wall and you're starting to see the light shine through. That's encouraging. You know that there's another way. And you know that when you're in that light, things start to flow and you feel better. Now, of course, there are some people that the wall is so dense for, and these might be people that you know, your family, your friends, people that you work with, where their wall is so dense, so high if you like, so tall, they can't see through it, they can't see over it, they can't see another way. All they see is the wall. In fact, they are the wall. And through this time of transformation, it's important that those of you that are starting to take those bricks away bit by bit are bringing light into places so that others can start to feel the change too. Some people are feeling very lost right now. Some people are feeling very frightened. And so holding that place of light, being in that place of truth, accessing that energy transmission of transformation is just so important. And the universe is so grateful to you for the part that you play, just by being you, by taking the time, by saying yes to what you intuitively know is real and true, and to start to disregard more and more that which is of a lower vibration that no longer serves you, that otherwise causes doubt or confusion. You're starting to chip away at the wall more and more. As you attune to this energy frequency, there's more support coming to you than ever before. And we're grounding that energy, enabling you to feel the support, the guidance that's required to chisel away further, to take down the wall completely, and to be in that space of light, that place of absolute. Ascension means being able to harness the light of all that you are and ground it fully into this earth plane, grounding it to the planet at this time. There's no point being all airy-fairy and all spiritually out there. We need to bring the light to the earth. There's no point spending all your time meditating and then when you're back in the day-to-day living reality, you squabble with all your friends or your family, and you have a job that you hate and a life that you regret and make choices which don't serve you. And so grounding this energy means being that light and bringing it into all of those areas of your life fully. And it can take some time as well to make the adjustments, gently, bit by bit. This ascension process is going to be taking a few years. It's not an overnight thing. And though you can have awakening moments that you awaken to where you never step back again because that step forward is so liberating and so true and so real. Those aha moments where you really break down the wall. You move forward for sure. There will be so many of those. But it will take time. So wherever you are on your path, whether you're feeling the density of that wall at the moment, or whether you've chipped away enough to feel the light coming through in more and more areas of your life, or whether you feel that there is no wall, that you are surrendered to the flow in all areas of your life. You're living the dream in all your relationships, in your work, your health, everything that you do. is attuned to that highest frequency. You're highly attuned, grounding that energy easily into the physical realm, that your body can hold it, maintain it, step by step, so that you're walking your talk. You're out there in the world, as a beacon of inspiration, showing just how blissful it can be to be a light being, manifesting itself here on earth in physical form. So no matter where you are right now, how big the wall feels, or how much you've done to bring in the light, for a while now, there's going to be some more to do. We're working as a group. We're working in consciousness. We're working as a community to ground the energy in full, to break through the limitations of the collective mindset and anchor this new energy into the very core of humanity so that it can break through that wall once and for all, and that the ripple effect will be felt, that people will make that shift, regardless of what they understand, what they know. Something inside them will stir, something so profound that they awaken, and they'll never be able to go back into unconscious rest, into sleep, into thoughtlessness, emptiness, disconnect, separation again. There's the emptiness of peace and there's the emptiness of disconnect. Many people are feeling so empty right now, so disconnected. As this new energy transmission is grounded fully, their vessel will start to fill for the first time. But for some people, initially, it's like having a bucket with a hole in it. They're so broken that no matter how much energy you pour in, it just keeps falling out, it just keeps slipping right through. And so the more and more energy needs to come in, and adjustments need to be made, changes to the mindset, to hold a new framework of consciousness, so that the vessel doesn't leak. It can contain them in their entirety, and they can hold the vision of humanity at peace, unified, whole and complete. This may seem like a long way off for some people right now, and you're part of this change, as you've already awoken to the potential that you have within you, and so you mark an important step along this path. In fact, you are the step. In fact, you are the path. In fact, you're leading the way. Each and every time you attune to the vibration, the truth of who you are, and allow yourself to shine out. That's all that's asked. That you can know truth. That you can live in alignment with that truth. That you can speak that truth. That you can hear the frequency of truth. And the activation that's coming to you today will help you to do this. If you haven't closed your eyes already, then this would be a good time to do so. it can be important to close your eyes during these broadcasts. You can go back and listen to them all over and over again. And as you do, if you close your eyes when you do so, you'll find a deep reprogramming takes place. This guidance can continue to support you in so many ways. As you access this energy transmission, you're accessing your own inner guidance in a powerful, amplified way. You're learning to listen, to hear your heart, not just its beautiful beating rhythm, but the truth within it that calls you forth to take your place and be the step, the pathway, the alignment, the ascension, the grace. You are the energy transmission that's shifting humanity's consciousness. And as you attune to each other at this moment in time, so that love that you share radiates out, creating a powerful frequency that calls others' hearts into alignment. Some of those hearts may never have felt so much love. They may have forgotten what truth really feels like. They may have for a time felt that there is no hope. In this moment, for what might seem to them to be no reason at all, something stirs within them. They start to sense. They may start to see. They can feel a different energy, maybe unfamiliar, maybe something they remember from a long time ago. May feel like something from another world, from a place where they felt they belonged. That message, that transmission, that's coming from you. You hold within your heart all the information of this ascension time. You hold within your being all the awareness required. You hold the wisdom and the knowledge and the ability to ground all of this energy transmission fully to the planet. And that's why you're called here at this time. To align, to take your place. You're receiving an activation. This is a moment of presence, a moment in which you can open your heart more fully, a moment in which to say yes. To say yes to the power that you have to allow your light to shine. To say yes to this energy transmission, allowing it to guide your life, to support you, to inspire you and to encourage you and to help light the way. This activation is enabling you to hear more fully, to hear your own inner wisdom, to know which step to take and when to take it. And when there are no steps to take, when it's a time of grace, of stillness, to be comfortable in that, without the fear and the worry of not knowing what to do next, but instead trusting that when there's something to do, you'll know what it is, that guidance will come through. And that sometimes when you worry and you fear and you doubt and you get confused because you don't sense that there's any guidance there, it's actually because there's nothing to do right then. Then just be. Then just enjoy the moment. What's going on. What you've already created. What's already flowing for you. Just open your heart to it, whatever it is. You're receiving a specific activation sequence of coded information unique to you. This is coming into your inner ear, enabling your inner ear to attune to the frequency of your guiding heart, learning to know and trust the guidance of your heart to support you. This is a powerful activation. You can receive this activation now, and you can receive it even more fully when you allow. You are ready to allow guidance to come to you, aren't you? You are ready to hear the wisdom, the truth of your own heart, to trust it to guide you. What if you were to surrender to it completely? What if you were to allow every step that you take to be a step guided by that true vibration? Would that lead you to the very heart of you? Would you be able to live from that place fully? Emanate that frequency always, and be completely comfortable in your own skin, knowing that you have integrity in all that you do. Surrender to your heart and listen. Listen to what your heart has to say to you now. There is communication at the highest possible level available to you when you tune in. You may not hear it as a voice in your head, you may sense it as an inner knowing. However you experience your intuitive wisdom, attune to it more fully now and from this moment forward, so that you can start to really trust yourself every step of the way. You're digging deep into the power that you have. And I'd like you to imagine that now. That you have this magical spade and that you can dig right into the very core of you, right into the heart. It's painless. It's magnificent. It's digging away all of that crust, digging away that wall, digging away everything that blocks, everything that gets in the way, that stops the flow. And as you dig through that dense stuff, that real solid stuff that seems to have been stuck there forever. You may be aware of what some of it is, some of the past. There's no time to analyze it. There's no need to now. The job is just to free yourself from it once and for all. Freeing the collective as well. You just got to do your bit today. To dig a way through until you can find your way to the very heart of you. Now, of course, you've been there before, so many, many times. But in this energy transmission, in this moment, there's a new level of density to be cleared. The grounding of this new energy is vital. And this moment, as you dig, you're digging deeper than ever before. Take all the time you need. There's no hurry. You'll see. There's so much power in that spade. I know some of you have already taken up your power tools and are doing it in an easier way. I love your inspiration, the innovation, the vision that you have in which you succeed. And as we come together as one, united, whole and complete, we see our way through this most dense, the hard, the difficult, the challenging, until it all falls away. Transmuted, transformed, recycled into a light energy transmission to be used to create the new world, the higher vibration. Just watch as it transforms. You are an alchemist. Everything you touch now is changing. Right at the heart of you. You're digging your way right to the heart of the earth. To the heart of everything. Where all is one. All is energy. Where all can be transformed. As you find that place, that centered, powerful point, you stand in the light energy transmission and you take your place. You're grounding this energy frequency right at this time. Through your physical body, through your emotional body, your mind, your soul, grounding all that you are. See it, sense it, imagine it. Make it real, that you are the space in which the new world is grounded. You are the place in which transformation occurs. You are the power and potential that this new world has to awaken in full. You're reaching out around you into the space, connecting with everyone else, your heart and theirs, your vision and their vision shared as one, your love and theirs. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing what's possible. You're experiencing your magnificence. And you're grounding it at a new level for the very first time. This is a new wave of energy. This is like nothing you've experienced before. And as you allow it to move through you, so you are supporting the Earth's transformation, helping her to ascend at this time. You are a child of light, a star seed brought to this earth, planted now in the most potent soil. You are the seed that is awakening to the light. And as that light penetrates every atom of your being, so all that you are is magnified, intensified. Child of the light, you are awakening. You are bringing a unique energy transmission to the earth at this time. This is the time of the planet's great ascension. The shift in humanity's consciousness is helping the planet to move. You're part of this change. The activation that you're receiving right now enables the seedling energy that you are to remember itself fully and to impart the information that it holds into the planet at this specific coordinate, at this place in time. The download of your information codes are being imprinted into the earth at this time. This is a gateway moment. You have arrived. There's nothing you need to do right now. Just let go. You are both the child of light and the transformation of this planet at this time, coming together as one as you ground your star seed energy for the very first time. It has not been possible until now, and this has been the struggle of your life. To know how to give that which you've come to give, to know where to be, to know what to do, to feel that you belong, to share what's true, to allow that deepest knowledge and wisdom to come flowing through. The sacredness, the blessing, the power that is within you. Sacred child of light, this is your time. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The power to give birth to yourself fully, regardless of what's happened in the past. This is the new way, the new place, the new world. You're here. There is so much guidance all around you, so much love, so much support. Allow yourself to receive it now, to every part of you. Every layer of your being that exists between this earth realm and your starseed self. Allow every layer to be cleansed in the light of transformation. Your multi-dimensional presence. Your awareness of just how far you've come. Your awareness of just how big you are. Though of course you've felt so insignificant, so lost and confused in the past. That time has gone. The time is now. This is a moment of complete and absolute presence in which you're being asked to open up and receive this guidance, your magnificence, your greatest wisdom, your greatest intelligence, the you that is everywhere. The you that knows everything. The you that is without limits. The you that's been in the shadows when you get in your own way. The shadows have only ever been caused by you as you stand in the way of your light. You create the shadows in your life. You're done with that now. It's time to stop creating shadows in your life by getting in the way of your awesome light. Step into the light completely. All those parts of yourself that otherwise stand in the way. Let them all jump into the light of transformation right now. Dissolved in an instant, in this moment of true power and change. You can let every one of those limitations, every shadowy element that you've played with in the past, that you've created in order to find out who you are. Thank each and every one for serving their purpose along the way. And on this day, let each and every one of those shadowy parts come into the light, merged into that light forever, transformed completely. You are the light. You're the light of pure transformation, right at the heart of you, at the heart of the earth, at the heart of the universe, at the heart of everything. There is just one point of power. This moment. The present, the place in which you allow yourself to flow freely, the moment when you trust completely, the moment when you love fully and without conditions, the moment when you let go. You're ready to let go. You're ready to take this frequency of information into your day-to-day life, to attune to it in each of those moments, so that you can learn to trust yourself, accept what is, and flow more gracefully than ever before. You do want to trust yourself, don't you? You could too, couldn't you? If you just let go of the worry, the fear, the doubt, confusion. What if you were to just let go and trust now? What if you were to allow the grounding of the experience that you have in this physical reality to be one in which you trust the universe completely? You open your heart fully, you surrender, and you move with the energy of this time. You move with the energy of this ascension process. You move with the energy of what is, without judging, without resisting, without thinking you know best, without getting in the way. What if you were to give up your small control and your small power and hand yourself over completely to the you of you, the you that can see clearly, know fully, the you that's one with everything? You're going to receive an activation. It's a powerful activation, and how much of it you wish to receive at this moment relies on how willing you are to let go and trust in the flow, the overall flow. The flow that brings you into alignment with all. that enables you to feel the support of the interconnectedness of all things, every step of the way, day to day, moment by moment. So as you're hardwired in to the energy transmission that supports all the universe to flow as one unified field, you can surrender to this. You can receive this activation. And as you receive it, and as you integrate it over the coming days, weeks, and years, you'll learn to know what it truly means to be you. What it truly means to be a guiding light. What it truly means to be one with everything. And what it truly means to have grounded all that you are to this physical plane and to be of service at this most powerful time. This activation is coming to you. This activation is going to continue to work with you. You can receive it now in its fullness. Or you can receive it bit by bit. Your own energetic frequency knows how to receive it and how much of it to receive. And so as this activation comes, so it communicates intelligently and intuitively with the very deepest part of you, awakening you from the inside out, bringing that light, that deep and powerful wisdom and knowledge that you've carried so beautifully, though sometimes reluctantly, bringing it here to the earth at this time. There has been a time of resistance. There has been a time in which you've resented having to carry this power, this light, this wisdom, this knowledge. All of that resistance, all of that resentment, all of the worthlessness, all of the old stuff can just fall away. As in this moment, on this day, you're grounding for the first time a new way. Open your heart. Receive this activation right throughout the fullness of your being. Let it bring you into alignment, not just with those others that are listening here at this time, but with all beings everywhere, so that you can flow intelligently the life force of this great, abundant universe. And know that you are a transmitter and receiver of light energy transmission. Powerful, important, and brought to the earth for this specific point and purpose in time. Let it shine.